More now from our NHL analyst, Martin Biron. Marty, Canadian team GMs were pretty busy before the All-Star break with the Canucks, the Jets, the Flames, the Canadiens all taking part in big trades. Do you think it's time for Leaf GM Brad Treliving to get in on the act?
I absolutely think that it is time now. I mean, if you wait until the deadline and maybe a few days for the deadline, I think the price may go up. And right now, if you're the Toronto Maple Leafs, you're looking at what do you need? Like, your big guns are going to provide the offense, right? Matthews, Marner, Nylander, they have to provide the offense. And your goaltender is kind of sorted out. But on the defensive side, the blue line, that's where you need to focus on. And I think if you're looking at a hockey trade now, I'm not talking about a rental. I'm looking at a player that maybe is a little bit younger, has some term left on his deal, and can help you now and in the future. I think that's where the Leafs can really get a deal done here in the next couple of weeks. There's a few players out there. There's a guy in Columbus, Andrew Peeke. I've been mentioning his name. He's 25, got 2 years left at under $3 million. I think that's the type of players that the Leafs could definitely bring aboard, and it would help their game defensively, but also not just patch a hole this year. It would look at next 2 years and maybe even more at a price that obviously is not as expensive as those $6, $7, $8 million defensemen that you find around the league. So I know the Leafs are tight to the cap. So these are the type of deals that I think Brett Treliving has to look to make. And you have to look now and not wait until you're pressured in the early going of March.
I want to follow up on one thing you said there, that the goaltending is kind of sorted out, because Ilya Samsonov seems to be gaining that spot with the club before the break after things went bad for him. Now, it's another way of asking, I suppose, is he truly back? He starts against the Islanders tonight. When night one of the playoffs rolls around, do you think Samsonov will be between the pipes for Toronto?
I think there's still an audition period that has to happen. And look, I don't like to say, hey, let's take away the goaltending, the number one spot to a goalie that got hurt. And look, it worked for Tom Brady, right? He came in for Drew Bledsoe, and Bledsoe wasn't really liking the situation, but I don't think we're dealing with the same type of situation here in Toronto. Joseph Woll is going to get his chance when he's healthy and gets to play a few games to see where he's at. But I really like what Samsonov has done now, returning from about a week of work that he did with the Marlies without playing any games. In the 4 games, he's 3-1. Look, he's got a .939 save percentage, a 1.5 goals against average, and he's top 10 in goals save above expectation. But one thing that the Leafs have done, though, is only once did Samsonov see more than 26 shots in a game. So they've played better defensively in front of him. It's helped them. But let's put it all together. Right now, with the goaltending that the Leafs are getting, I would say, yeah, Samsonov would be your number one. But we still have to see what Joseph Woll is going to do and how he responds and how he plays behind a Leafs team that seems to be playing better defensively. So it's still an audition period for the next 2 months, I think, for Samsonov and Joseph Woll when he returns.
Samsonov looking for his 4th straight win tonight. He allowed only 3 goals total over the previous 3 wins. Martin Biron, thanks.